Hello, this is Keith from Kinvert, and in this video we are going to be reviewing order of operations in preparation for starting algebra. So order of operations, you need to do things in the right order or your math question won't come out correctly. So imagine if you have 7 times 3 plus 1. Now one way you could calculate this is by saying 7 times 3, which is 21, and now we're going to add 1 to that, and now we have an answer of 22. All right? Another way would be 3 plus 1 is 4, and then if you multiply that by 7, we have 28, right? Now, which one of these two answers is correct, right? That's what we need to answer with order of operations. So let's start talking about what order things need to happen in. So the first thing that you always need to do if you're going through a problem is dealing with things in parentheses. All right, parentheses always come first. Second is different powers. And so those can be powers like, if you're squaring. So like if you'll see, where should I put this? Like x squared, or even square root of x, although that's a little different. So I'll list it here, is square roots and other roots like cube roots. Those are the second things you do. You do those before number 3, which is multiplication and division. All right? And then the last thing that you do is addition and subtraction. So let's look at a somewhat complicated example here and see how we would work it out. So we're going to write out the equation of 3 times, and then there's parentheses, 4 minus 2 squared plus 5 minus 5, and then I'll say all of this times 2. All right? So let's start going in order. So first we need to do what's in parentheses. Well, here we've got this large area in parentheses. Okay? And so what we want to do, and tell you what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this so that it's a little easier to read. All right. So we've got 2 sets of parentheses. So we really need to do first what is in the farthest inner parenthesis layer. So 4 minus 2 is 2, so let's rewrite this equation. Now we've got 3 times 2 squared plus 5 minus 5, and then a parenthesis, and then all of this times 2, right? And so now what we're going to do is the square is next, right? Because we've got a 2, you don't need to do anything to that. So now we have 3 times 4, because 2 squared is 4, plus 5, minus 5, parenthesis, times 2. The next thing we do is any multiplication. So we have 3 times 4, we have 12, plus 5. Let's do it one step at a time. Plus 5 minus 5 times 2. Now I want you to think, what's the next thing I'm going to do? Okay, so hit K to pause the video. And here comes the answer in 3, 2, 1. So now what we're going to do is 12 plus 5 minus 5. Well, these cancel out, right? So these cancel out because 5 and negative 5 just goes to 0. So we're just left with 12 here. And last we're multiplying by 2. And so the final answer here is 24. All right? So after you do all of this, what you should get is 24 by following order of operations. So let's go back through and look at this. First, we've got these parentheses. The innermost layer of parentheses, right? Because we have other parentheses here, we need to do the inner parentheses first. And then we end up with 2 squared. Now that we've got that and we've gotten rid of all the parentheses in the middle, now we're going to do the square operation and we end up with the 4, right? Next, we're going to go through with multiplication, and we've got 3 times 4 gets us 12. And then we're doing the 5 plus 5, and that ends up canceling. Now we have just 12, and then multiply that by 2, and we have 24. So that is how we arrive at our answer. So this is Keith from Kinvert. We went over order of operations. And this was part of our review, getting you guys ready for algebra. So I hope this was helpful, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.